Hi, my name's Jeff Etchen, better known as Coach Etch. For the past 40 years, I've been involved in the education field as a teacher and a coach and worked with tens of thousands of students. But one of the things when it comes to dreams, passion, and purpose, I still remember that first day, back in the fall of 1980, when I walked into that first classroom of students of mine. I walked in there and looked at that group of students, and I just knew this is where I was meant to be. But one thing I quickly realized as I moved through the profession is that probably the number one factor in me succeeding as a teacher was going to be the relationship that I built with those students. Now, when I look back to today, just recently read a study by Pearson Education that said the number one distinguishing factor in top teachers is ones that build good relationships. Those are the most effective teachers. And what I learned as I went on through my career going back again is that there really was no training. Nobody's going to teach me how to build those relationships. Now, fortunately for me, I found out that when it came to working with students and athletes, that's something I was naturally pretty good at. But for some others, they had to work at it. Now, I know if you're an administrator or another teacher and you walked into the classroom with one of your colleagues and you observe them, and if they can build those relationships, you can tell in the first few minutes if they're a relationship person. If they can't, but they've got all the other tools, the technical skills and knowledge that you need, what do you do to help them grow? Where do you turn for that personal development? How do you help them succeed? Because not everybody naturally falls into that. There's plenty of training for the teachers that want to improve their skills for curriculum development, for different types of lesson plan design. But what type of training do you give to them? Well, here at Dreams, Passion, and Purpose with Coach Etch and Coach Etch Tips, that's what I'm here to provide. I've taken the accumulation of all the information that I've gotten over the years, going back to Decky and Maslow information, to literally looking at the top trainers in the world of personal development and growth, listening to some of the top athletic coaches, to even today keeping up with Duckworth and Dweck, hearing what growth mindset, where that's been. I've been a student of life. The books I've read, the conferences I've attended, the videos I've watched, nowadays podcasts, YouTube TV, all of it can be there. And what I've done over these last 40 years is I've continually been growing. And I've compiled that information. And one thing that I provide and give that I don't think anybody else out there that I'm aware of will, is I've got 39 years of sitting in a classroom, working with students, applying all the information that I've drawn and found out what succeeds and what doesn't. I've also shared that with my colleagues. I've been a staff development director within our school districts, helping them grow and get better at building relationships. Other things I've found out because of the pressure-packed world of coaching and athletics, and even all the things we've had to deal with education over the last 20 years, is how to deal with myself. That self-talk, or as we call it nowadays, mindset. And I've had to constantly be working on myself all the time, because each day when I walk into that classroom, I want to bring the best version of me. And whether it's within your profession, within your career, within your building, or at home, who knows what's happening in a person's life? How do you deal with that to bring the best version of yourself every day? Because those students, they deserve that, because they are our most precious beings out there, to help them get to where they want to go. And as I said, to make them become all they want to become. So what I'm here to do with Coach Etch Tips is to come on, bring you some of that information to help your staff grow. I'm not here to say I have all the answers. If I had the perfect formula, guess what? Everybody would be dying to get everything I had to say. But I do know what works. I can come in. I've been in the shoes of those teachers, whether it's the first, second-year teacher, the 10-year teacher, the 20-year teacher, the 30-year teacher, and beyond. I know what that's like. I spent a career working with adolescent students. I've had the pleasure to work at college with Division I athletes and to teach Olympic athletes. And I've had the chance to work with a broad, diverse demographic of people from all over the world, students that didn't even speak English when I first started to work with them, and build ongoing relationships that have lasted for years and years. So if what I've talked about a little bit resonates with you and you'd like to have some more information about and how I do this, please feel free to reach out to me, because in these days of the COVID training, which currently that's happening, we have to find different unique ways to help people grow. Whether you want to connect on a Zoom call, telephone call, may not be in person for a while, but I love to help you, because I do have a true passion, and my purpose in life is to make a difference in all people that I come in touch with, to help them become the best they can possibly be. And that's what I'd like to offer to you. So I hope to talk to you down the road. My contact information is here on the page. Thank you very much.